We turn our attention over to the men's side, and Campbellsville's Tigers going to try to make it a perfect 4-0 weekend, and there are a few things in life much better than a 4-0 weekend here at the POW.
I tell you what a tremendous game it was the other night against Freed Hardman, but less than 36 hours later, here we are with another good game against Bethel University, which I believe, let's see, what are they right now sitting in the conference? They are
not yet
1-2, just like we are. So if we could take care of business here today, get back to 500 in the conference, 9-3 overall, get a little tiebreaker there against them going on. But 3 good games so far, and let's make it a 4th one. And like you said, walk away here with 2 doubleheader sweeps, and we'd have to go back a long ways to find out when the last time that happened.
Yeah, it may have last year, obviously, Coach Vernon and company not their best effort, and he'll be the first one to wear that, tell you they weren't good enough. But you talk about going out and kind of revamping a roster. You got 2 guys back from last season, and Sam Whining and Ross Ryan. Everybody else new, some Division I transfers, a lot of talent on this Tiger basketball team, and that was on full display Thursday night in the win. Jace Wallace, what a performance. Benji Kelly, you and I have watched a lot of games, you more than me. You've played in a lot of those games.
I took it off.
I took it off. I ended up I sent out a message to Benji and Brent yesterday. At one point on the call sheet, I had under Jace Wallace's name, just plain stupid.
It was
against,
crazy
against Freed Hardeman on Thursday. He was something else, and you can go back, you think about some of the individual performances in this building, and we've seen some great ones on the men's side and, the women's side as well. You talk about Whitney Ballingers and players like that, but Jace Wallace poured in 37 Thursday night. He was everything that the Tigers could have hoped for and maybe even then some.
And we needed every one of those points. Especially Darius Harding had an off night. I think he had, 3 points, fouled out. But Jace Wallace, whenever Campbellsville needed a basket, he was able to either get it or find someone else. And he had several assists, I think 5 or 6 assists that game. But as I said that night, the most impressive stat was as many minutes as he played, as much the ball was in his hand. He had 0 turnovers, just an probably an all-conference week, maybe player of the week, especially if he goes out and has 15, 16 points here tonight. Double
figures in a win tonight, and it may be in the books. 37 points, 13 rebounds. I mean, that's about as monster double-double as you can get. And then 5 assists in the ball game for Jace. 1 steal, and as Benji mentioned, he played 41 minutes. He had 37 points, 14 trips to the free throw line. So you don't go to the stripe that many times without having the basketball in your hands, and 0 turnovers. And talk about the efficiency. 37 points on 17 shot attempts.
Pretty good.
I mean, that's as good as it gets right there for the Tigers, and Jace Wallace with a big one. And we talked about, some of the big performances, and we've seen a few of them in this building. Well, I went back the last decade or so, and I looked for guys that have scored 37 or more for the Tigers. And in the last decade, a little over a decade, as far back as I went, there's only been 4.
Yeah.
And one of them's pretty easy if you go with the obvious choice, so that would be Hagen Tyler. He did it against Simmons his senior year. The other 2, maybe some big-time Tiger historians would get. One of them's kind of tricky. Miles Rice had 41, which is the most the Tigers have seen scored for them in the last decade plus. He had 41 in a loss, double overtime loss at Rio Grande, and then the other was Vernon Payne, transfer from Cape Fear. So it's not happened a ton what Jace Wallace was able to do the other night against against Freed Hardeman, and today they turned their attention over to Bethel. 7th meeting between the 2 clubs all time. The Tigers swept the season series in the fall of 1966. 50 years between matchups. Benji Kelly, you definitely did not play against this Bethel club, I don't think.
I did not, but actually was recruited by Bethel.
Okay,
had a great visit down there, and they were probably second behind Campbellsville, but
they were second behind Campbellsville, but you ultimately wanted Union, right? That was Benji Kelly's number one choice.
It was, but they did not offer a scholarship, and which is fine.
Worked out.
It did. It's all worked out. But Campbellsville offered the scholarship, and obviously with the historical ties of my stepmom going to school here, Dr. Winters, it was a no-brainer, and now we know that it has all worked out. We got Mark Vernon here behind us. I don't know if do you have a license to operate that thing?
No license for that. He's been driving one for a lot of years between here and Williamsburg, but so Bethel, a team that Campbellsville's not all that familiar with. They did square off in 2016, as I mentioned, 50 years between contests in that Mid-South Southern States Crossover Classic. That was in Pulaski, Tennessee. Bethel won that game. Campbellsville returned the favor the next year as they won at the Mid-South site, Georgetown. So they split those two over 2 seasons, and then they split last year with the home team winning each game, which makes Brent Vernon 2-2 against Bethel, and Coach Jeff Britt, who is in his 22nd season, leading this Bethel basketball team. As we get set for starting lineups here. You good? Zach Clements around shooting highlights for us today.
Busy day here.
Well, you
Tiger
got wrestling,
Athletics.
Soccer. Wrestling's in action here at home, and then soccer playing. Is that the semifinals
No,
or
it's the
finals
finals.
today? Finals today, yeah. For Coach Preston and company. Hopefully they can pull that one out. And then I think you guys volleyball in action today.
They got beat, semifinals, and I think women's wrestling is actually on the road as well.
Starting lineups here, Jamarius Mayberry, 6'5", a senior guard from Rutherford, Tennessee. Tyler Neely, 6'2", a freshman guard from Charlotte, Tennessee. Drew Thomas, 6'2", a senior guard from Birmingham, Alabama. John Brown, 6'4", a junior guard from Helena, easy for me to say, Helena, Alabama. Cameron Rose, 6'8", a senior forward from Jackson, Tennessee. Jeff Britt in his 22nd season, assisted by Aaron Johnson and Jonathan Stanley for the Bethel Wildcats, who are 5-2 on the year, 1-2 in conference play. Now for Coach Brent Vernon, Coach B in his 6th season, 96 wins on the ledger. He's 3rd on the all-time wins list, assisted by his older brother Mark, former Tiger Darius Clement, and graduate assistant former Tiger Jacob King. Today they run out Jace Wallace, 6'6", a sophomore forward from Lexington, Kentucky. Peyton Broughton, 6'5", a junior guard from London, Kentucky. Cam Carmichael, 5'10", a graduate guard from Harlan, Kentucky. Darius Harding, 6'4", a junior guard from Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And Jarius Key, 6'5", a sophomore forward from Bowling Green, Kentucky. The Tigers in the home whites tonight. Tigers across the chest in maroon. Maroon numerals, little black trim there across. And CU between the shoulder blades on the back for Bethel. They have got the road purples today. Bethel across the chest in yellow. Yellow numerals for the Wildcats. BU on the right leg of the shorts. We are just about ready to get underway here at the Powell Center. Right to left of the first half for Campbellsville, left to right for Coach Vernon and his Tigers as he walks over to give us a fist bump. I tried to give him one about the 4-minute mark. He walked away. He said too soon. He waved me on.
He always does it right before the tip.
Right before tip. So
it's kind of like you in Savannah. You always had to do your thing at a certain time, but sometimes you almost forgot it.
Yeah, you don't. Well, Savannah, one of us always remembered, but yeah, you may every now and then catch me yelling at her, or her waiting on me. Here we go, ball in the air, and the tap's going to be knocked out of play. Malachi DeSouza has it. He's not in the lineup yet, so what a rule is that? So it goes to 20 off the, is that real life? 20 seconds on the shot clock
No,
off?
it should be 30. Nope.
So Bethel will get the possession as Key won the toss, knocked it out of play.
I'm learning something new every day.
That makes 0 sense to me. Bethel penalized here as Rose has it knocked out of his hand. Missed shot, and Bethel had the rebound. Rose had it knocked away. Broughton far side. He had 29 in the win on Thursday against Freed Hardman, and he was the second high scorer. That's hard to do.
What is that?
Wallace bounces to Key out front. Going to leave it with Carmichael straight away. 13 to shoot. Harding holds it, defended by Mayberry. We'll back away a bit here. Harding waits for Key to come up, gets the screen. He'll go around it, pull up jumper. No good for Harding, and the rebound taken in there by Thomas. Or is that Brown? That's Brown, excuse me. Now Thomas has it. Far side Neely. He'll hoist the three from the corner. That is no good. Rebound to Peyton Broughton. Bethel got, for lack of a better way to put it, blown out against Georgetown the other night. We looked down at one point. It was a 22-point game in the first half. Here, ball knocked away from Jace Wallace. So no turnovers the other night. He has an early one here as he gets it poked free. And Bethel with the first bucket of the basketball game as they lay it in. Carmichael motions his teammates away on down the floors. He's defended here by Neely. Dribbles towards Broughton, hands it off to Broughton there. Broughton going to take the pull-up jumper. That is hard, and the rebound taken here by Brown.
Good look there by Peyton.
Brown, little crossover, step-back shot is no good. Ball knocked away from Jarius Key by Rose, and it will go out of play. Cam Rose had a couple of nice performances against the Tigers a year ago.
6'8" senior from Jackson, Tennessee, down there in Union University area, but wound up going a little bit to Arkansas State, which is pretty close.
Arkansas State University Mid-South. That's a mouthful there.
That is that.
Alphabet, if you give the abbreviation.
Is it like IUPUI?
So that's about right.
ASUMS.
Carmichael holds it, driving. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Harding, he'll drive in. A little floater from 12 feet, and Darius Harding gets the first bucket of the night for the Tigers.
Good to see him getting off to a good start. You know, we mentioned Thursday night was just kind of an off night for him. I think he had 3 points, but good first bucket here for Darius.
Rose holds it out front, finds a cutting Mayberry, a little too far out in front. Now Mayberry in the corner going to take a three over the top of Darius Harding, and Mayberry knocks that down. 43% on the season from deep for Mayberry. Averages about 10 points a game, so not a ton of threes shot, but he's certainly been making the most of those opportunities. Broughton the answer, around and out.
Good look there by Peyton. I thought that one was going to fall.
5-2, Campbellsville trails by 3. Another 3 from Mayberry. This one's hard, and the rebound taken here by Broughton. Campbellsville the other way. Closing in on 3 minutes gone by. Wallace left side to Broughton, has it knocked away by Brown, and Neely the other way now for Bethel. Neely across the lane, goes up. Whew, I'm not sure how Broughton got away with that.
There's a lot of body right there. They're letting them play.
Less called here. Carmichael sprinting ahead.
Nice.
He'll go right down the lane, right side, and lay it in.
Nice move there by Carmichael. He had another gear there that he kind of kicked it in and penetrated right past the defenders for an easy layup. Cut this thing to 1.
5-4. The advantage here for Bethel. Into the corner, Brown will drive, baseline, working against Wallace. Ooh, a little funny there. Yep, they get the extra step.
Yep. Good call by the official. Extra step there on Bethel. Turnover.
Wallace to trigger it in here for Campbellsville. 5-4. Campbellsville looking for their first lead of the day. A field goal would do that. Carmichael navigates right side. Key is open. It's a matchup that could favor Campbellsville. Is Broughton going to be called, so he gives it back. As you know, they get Key matched up out front with Rose. I'm not sure Rose can stay in front of him. Now down on the low block, Rose may have an advantage.
Right.
But out on the floor, I don't think that's going to be much of a contest.
No, it's not. And I would look for Key to have a couple shots from out there. Maybe not the three-point land, but.
Clear him out here as Thomas threads the needle to Mayberry. It's deflected and knocked out of play, and they're going to say that Campbellsville, Darius says, Campbellsville is ready to fight for him, but Darius falls on the sword and says, I did touch it. Here is Arafat Shabu into the ball game. 6'9" senior forward from the Queens there in New York. It's a long commute down to McKenzie. Here they go for Shabu early and too far out in front. Wallace pitches it back into Key. Broughton down the floor, transition opportunity. Now Bethel able to get set up a bit defensively as Harding's going to drive, and he's fouled. So this will send Darius Harding to the free throw line here. 15, that is on John Brown.
Foul on number 15, John Brown. That's his first.
First on Brown, first on Bethel in the period. And Darius Harding will go to the free throw line. Malachi DeSouza going to check in here in a moment. Boy, you talk about Tigers who were really good Thursday night. DeSouza would be one of those to fall into that category.
Absolutely. Good to see him off to a good start there, especially that nice flush dunk he had there in the first half. Hit a big three, too, there in the second half.
Some big plays, a couple of blocks, I think, in that game for DeSouza as well. He was really good as Harding hits the first free throw. Broughton going to check out. Tied up at 5 after the made free throw by Harding. DeSouza, 6'6", the junior forward from Beacon, New York. Harding hits both. Tigers' first lead of the day comes here 6-5 with 15:42 to play in the first half. Neely, the basketball left wing, back out to Brown as Sousa defends him. Carmichael reads it. Oh, we've got a whistle away from the ball here. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. They call Key away from the ball. The whistle sounded at almost the exact moment that Carmichael deflected that. That was certainly setting up to be a Carmichael foot race to the rim against John Brown. Pitch it in here to Shabu, back to Neely. Now Brown wants to go to work against D'Souza. That is a tough shot over the top of the longer D'Souza. It's no good. Wallace the rebound, and here comes D'Souza with it. Ahead to Key. He mishandles it, and Brown. Campbellsville just a little out of sorts offensively. Brown goes left side to Thomas, who backs away. They want the entry. They've got Shabu. He'll go work against D'Souza. Little fall away floating hook shot is good there for Shabu.
Well, that's hard to defend right there when a guy can back you down and then jump as high as he can with a little, like a little quarter hook shot. That's just hard to defend.
7-6, Bethel back out in front by a point. Shabu just averaging 3 points a game, so it's an early bucket here inside. Key can't finish, gets his own rebound, goes back up again, and Jarius Key with a second chance bucket. And Shabu may have gotten hit in the eye or maybe lost a contact. Kind of got his hand out there like maybe he lost a contact or was trying to keep it in.
That's a good job by Jarius Key to stick with it there, get the offensive rebound, and go right back up strong.
And here's my guy, Keyston Brown. I don't know what he did.
I saw you talking to him earlier.
Ran into some hedge clippers at some point. Somebody give me a shot of Keyston Brown for TV. So he had the mustache last weekend, and I was really kind of feeling the mustache look. It was a good look.
It was a little retro look.
Retro look, right? And now
he shaved
Keyston
everything.
Shows up today, and he's got the Matt Payton look going on, and that's not what you want, Keyston. As here a shot out front by Mayberry is well short. Brown checking in. He's a 6'1" sophomore guard from Lexington, Kentucky. Also Sam Whining in, 6'3", junior forward from Louisville, Kentucky. But Keyston, I said, listen, I was enjoying the mustache. You got rid of that. Now you come in here today, and I said, you're.
Is it aerodynamic?
Well, he said, I just wanted to mix it up a little bit.
So he's mixed it up. All right.
That's about as much as you can mix it up. Here inside, D'Souza going to go.
Yes, sir.
Malachi D'Souza gets the bucket.
I tell you, a lot of times you'll see a guy like that have the game that he had Thursday night. It just kind of propels him to that next level, and a strong move there by Malachi D'Souza. Chance to go to the three-point for the old-fashioned three-point play to build this lead from 3 to 4.
Hayden Thomas, 6'3", sophomore guard from, I guess that's Quillen, Missouri, as D'Souza misses the free throw. That foul was on Rose, second on the Wildcats as a team as Rose picks up his first. Jared Walker into the ball game, 5'9" senior guard from Jackson, Tennessee.
Good defense by Harding right there to cut off the baseline.
Out with the basketball is Thomas. Now they bounce down low. This is Brown. And his pass cross court is stolen by Wallace. Wallace has it knocked away and taken by Walker. Long ahead for Rose, and that goes into the Tiger cheerleaders down there. They want nothing to do with it. It'll be Campbellsville basketball. My request here for Coach Britt is to not have Drew and Hayden Thomas in the game at the same time. Skin complexion quite different. I don't think there's any relation. Here is D'Souza driving against Rose. That's a nice move by Malachi. Too strong on that shot attempt. And back the other way comes Walker for Bethel. Hayden Thomas holds it, bounces. Down on the block here is Brown kicking it out. Mayberry steps back, thought he might shoot the three. Now he wants to drive against Wallace. Hayden Thomas left side of the lane, 10 to shoot, bounces it out to Walker. 6 to shoot. Walker out front, working against D'Souza, right side. This is a three from Mayberry as the shot clock sounds.
That's tough. But, good execution for Bethel there. They used the full 30-second shot clock and got a good look.
Tied at 10. D'Souza holds it. He's out there with Keyston Brown, Darius Harding, Jace Wallace, and Sam Whining. D'Souza's picked up his dribble now. He's waiting. Finally, Harding flashes in the corner. Harding wants to drive. Harding looks like here's a little step back shot is short. Harding looks like he's wearing one of Bethel's players' shoes. Match those Bethel uniforms. Here is Rose going to hoist the three, and that is around and out. That is as much spin on a basketball here. Wallace is fouled. Standing underneath Bethel's goal by Thomas. Hayden Thomas going to be hit with his first.
That had a ton of spin on that.
My goodness.
Like a little top.
Yeah,
thankfully it spun out.
Well, 'tis the season.
There you go.
12-14 to play, 10-10 the score. First half, Keyston Brown with it. Broughton back in there for Campbellsville as Jace Wallace gets the breather. Brown hands it off to Broughton, right side, some contact, and we're going to have an offensive foul. This will go against Peyton Broughton.
Yeah, Peyton was a little bit out of control there. Good defense by Bethel to step over, take the charge. I thought he was going to kick it to the corner.
There's 12. What are we doing?
It's not a media yet.
It's not a media yet. You got 1 second. Everybody walking off the floor. Somebody jumped the gun. New player for Bethel in is Tyreek Montgomery, 6'2" sophomore guard from Neptune, New Jersey. Also in is Latrell Carter, 6'8" junior forward from Memphis, Tennessee. Tied at 10. Walker, the basketball, backs away from Keyston Brown. Carter holds it. Carter waiting and nearly handcuffs Montgomery. Back out. Here's Walker. Can't shoot it. Brothers Vernon right in front of me. I can't see a thing. Here on the monitors, we try to stay with it. It's going to be a blocked shot, or no, he just lost it maybe on the way up. Sam Whining defends for Campbellsville, comes up with a stop, and this will be Tiger basketball when we get back, as now we've reached the media timeout. 11:36 to play the first half. You're following the Tigers tied at 10. This is the Campbellsville University Sports Network. Tied at 10, 11:36 to play in the first half. Matt Payton and the Hall of Famer, Benji Kelly, the #2 all-time scorer in Campbellsville Tiger men's basketball history. That dadgum Banbury.
He's one of my teammates. I always teased him. I said, I passed you the ball too much, Van. You know what he said? No, you missed too much.
That's it. There you go.
He got all the rebounds.
Spoken like a true shooter. You know, Jamie Browning, he had asked me the other day, he said that, you know, if they had played this, how dangerous would that team your senior year? I think it was your senior year with you and Ray and Van. How dangerous would that team have been in this format today had you gotten in?
Oh, absolutely. It was a lot of fun. And, you know, we go – I still say, you know, we go up to Cumberland and have a lead with 5 minutes, 29 seconds left, and we don't score another bucket. That was tough.
Campbellsville back to work on the offensive end, 10 apiece. Left side, Whining in rhythm, three on the way. Hard for Sam Whining. Keyston.
That was a good look by Sam. Good pass by Daniel Brown, or Keyston. He walked.
Here is a shot inside, no good. Rebound to Brown. He will lead it ahead with Harding leading the charge, and he'll kick it back out. And this one is thrown away. Harding's pass intercepted, and now Brown knocks it out of bounds. This is a
little track meet here, but nobody's scoring.
Yeah,
Campbellsville 0-3 from downtown, 4 of 11 here early in the game. Bethel 4 of 14, so both teams not shooting the ball extremely well here to start this first half of the contest.
Tied at 10 still. Pitch it in here to Walker. Now right side, John Brown against D'Souza. Contested shot is hard. Rebound to Broughton.
It's good
D'Souza
defense.
Can defend.
Yeah,
now.
That's good defense right there.
Harding off the right wing. Backtracks a bit here. He's picked up his dribble. Needs some help. Finally, Keyston Brown there. Left side into the corner. D'Souza hoists the three, in and out. Campbellsville's had some clean looks, just have been unable to connect thus far. Here is John Brown to the front court, has it taken away. Oh, Key is knocked down. Key took it away, then he got kind of ran up on the backside. Harding ahead. D'Souza has to grab it. One dribble underneath, off glass. That is good for Malachi D'Souza.
I thought Malachi was going to keep it up there, but thankfully he came down and got good position to be able to go up a little stronger. So nice pass by Harding.
Here is Hayden Thomas, far side, going to hoist the three, no good. The board comes right out into the chest of D'Souza, and John Brown flashed, and I think it forced D'Souza just to be off the mark.
Well, it forced him to pass it a little harder than probably he wanted to. Unforced error there against Campbellsville.
Basketball out top in the hands of Walker. 12-10, Campbellsville leads by 2. Wallace back in as Darius Harding checks out, and here a shot may have been blocked. Comes up well off the mark. They've got D'Souza long ahead. Pass is broken up. Walker and Montgomery appear to be okay. That ball, it should be Campbellsville ball.
It is. Yeah, that had the makings of being something pretty disastrous right there. Both those players, they bounce right back up.
That's pratfall there.
That was a major pratfall. There you go, my friend. That was a double pratfall.
Bonus points today. You tell your sister we got that
That's right.
Once again, 12-10. These things just fall our way sometimes.
I tell you.
Brown holds it in the corner. Right wing. I was trying to think of the word. I said, what was that word? Right side. Brown drives. Oh, my.
Yeah, good call. He got bumped.
That was against Latrell Carter. Carter, the transfer from Montevallo.
Assuming that's on the floor, so out of bounds to Campbellsville here.
He hands it to Broughton. They nearly run into each other. Both of these teams are just a little out of sync here. Broughton, a little bully ball down inside. Misses, gets his own rebound. Going to go back up again. That one's no good. Broughton couldn't control it. Brown pitches it out. D'Souza, extra pass. Key, three, no good. And the rebound taken by Carter. Whew.
Hayden was battling down there.
Right side, Thomas bluffs the shot. Key flashes, and he'll take one dribble left. Ball batted around on the missed shot by Hayden Thomas. Campbellsville to the other end. Left side, here is Key. He'll drive. Goes up against Carter. That is good for Jarius Key. He's got a couple of buckets down at the low block.
Boy, he's stout down there.
Long ahead, Hayden Thomas. He'll go reverse. Can't stick it, and it falls off the front of the rim. Jarius Key the other way.
He makes the basket down on the other end and comes down and gets the defensive rebound.
Wallace into the corner to D'Souza. Now he dribbles across the paint, and we're going to have a foul called against Bethel. This will go against Terrell Brown, who checked in a moment ago. Terrell Brown snuck in on him. That'll be the first on Terrell Brown, 5 on Bethel as a club. Terrell Brown, 6'4", senior forward from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. D'Souza and Brown check out. Carmichael back in. Sam Winey, and I think the other Tiger re-entry.
He's in, yes.
Neely back in for Bethel. Drew Thomas out there. Rose out there for Bethel as well. Carmichael gets it right back off the inbounds play. Can't shoot it. Neely chases him down. Left side, they come to Broughton. Campbellsville leads by 4, 8.5 minutes to play first half. Key holds it. Here's that one-on-one against Rose, and that's going to be all night. I'm telling you, I like Cam Rose's
That's special.
game.
That
I
is
like
special.
Cam Rose's game, but he has no chance out on the floor to defend Jarius Key. Neely hands it off here to Thomas. And now this is Drew Thomas. So both Thomases out there here for Bethel. As this shot turnaround no good. Rebound tapped out. Whining chases it down, and he'll wisely hold it. Back to Whining.
Yeah, get it, feed him the ball.
Yeah, now look, here they go again. And so now Rose is really going to have to buckle down. Key again. He kicks out. Ball's knocked away, and Campbellsville can't control it. It'll be Bethel basketball. That's a nice job there by Rose. He forced Key to that far side where he actually had a little help. Out top, Brown, now Hayden Thomas. Little ball fake, looking for Neely. He's got him. Neely bounces. Rose going to go to work against Key. Ball deflected. So Sam Whining comes in there and helps out. So the help defenders in this Key and Rose matchup making all the difference. Carmichael on the dribble. Wallace can't shoot it, decks it, drives, left side, off glass. Won't go for Jace, but he will take a trip to the free throw line. This one will go against Tyler Neely.
That's his first team, 6.
6 on Bethel as a club as Neely picks up his first. Jace Wallace back to the free throw line. He lived there on Thursday night.
Boy, didn't he? I mean, sometimes you don't shoot 14 free throws in like 4 games. He had it in 1 outing.
Wallace sinks the free throw here. Broughton will check out as Campbellsville will re-enter Darius Harding here. Tigers without Ross Ryan today, so the bench may be shortened a bit. And it's a long Bethel team as Wallace misses the second. 7-10. Bethel's been a while since.
It's been on 10-10 for.
Yeah,
or it was on. They're on 10 for a while.
Yeah, they their last field goal as they work in the half court here. Drew Thomas driving right side of the lane, gets Harding in the air and able to get that up on the rim prior to. So they were at the 12:55 mark, Benji. So almost 6 minutes between buckets. This one's deflected by Drew Thomas. Yeah, their last bucket was a Jamarius Mayberry 3 at the 12:55 mark, and so that one.
5 minutes and 55 seconds. Yep. That's a long drought.
17-12, Campbellsville the 5-point advantage. Right side, Carmichael. Out top to Winey, and left side it's Wallace. Entry here, no Keegan, a back away, draws Rose out, now accelerates down the lane, or the baseline I should say, and he draws a foul. This will go against Cameron Rose, so that's going to be his second. And that's one thing that comes from that. You put him in that foot speed battle, and
well, he's not going to win that. But you get him down low.
Oh yeah,
he's
down
going to
here,
dominate.
It's a give and take. It's a give and take. You're hoping that he can stand his ground on one end and then take advantage of maybe an undersized Key on the other end. And Key's free throw here is no good.
You got to make these free throws, guys.
Shabu going to check back in for Rose. Mayberry in for Hayden Thomas here. 17-12. Key trying to make it a 6-point margin once again, and he cannot. Misses both. Campbellsville was terrific at the line the other night. A couple of misses here early for the Tigers in this one. Shabu down inside, working against Key, a little up and under there, and gets the field goal. Shabu, again, averaging just 3 points a game, but he's got a couple of field goals down on the block here today, one-on-one efforts.
Nice little up and under move. It's old school.
Carmichael leaves it with Key. Key, little hesitation now. Goes up off glass, good for Jarius Key. Who needs free throws?
Yeah, there you go. Good strong move by Key there.
19-14. Jarius Key already at least with a half dozen, I know.
Yep.
Shabu holds it. Now Thomas, left wing. Brown back to Thomas, defended here by Harding. Drives in, will turn around shot in the paint, no good. Rebound taken by Cam Carmichael. I don't know
guy on the court. How'd he get up there?
Here's Wallace sprinting ahead, kicking, corner, no. The three now for Harding on the way. That is hard, and the rebound for John Brown. Clean look for Darius Harding. Left side, Neely spins away from the defender, underhands it to Shabu. Goes to work once again against Key, and this shot good.
That is a strong move.
Yeah, we got a timeout taken by Coach Britt here. As Campbellsville leads 19-16. Shabu with 6 points already for Bethel. The Tigers led in scoring by Jarius Key. He's got 8 in the ball game. This is a 30-second timeout. Tigers get a little rest, Benji Kelly. They won't take to the court until the 16th. They'll go down to Cumberland University. Zach Clements will have the call of that game. I think that is a 7 Eastern start time. I need to double check that, but I believe the Tigers tip off at 7 Eastern. They moved that game up since the Lady Tigers aren't playing.
Yes.
So I changed it on the Lady Tiger call sheet. I didn't change it on the men's. But, yeah, so 7 Eastern is the start time for that game down at Cumberland University as they will take on the Phoenix. Zach Clements again will be making that trip down to cover the ball game there. Then the 18th against Lindsey Wilson. That game is actually moved up to a 2 o'clock start time. We had that. we got the late notice they were going to send me to Hawaii with the Lady Tigers, so we had the guys move their game up. Then in Hawaii, we run into the issue that they had to move that game time, and now they kind of overlap a little bit again. So we'll make the best of it. I guess there was an issue with scheduling the gym in Hawaii here. Harding on the drive, a little contact here. We're going to go to the arrow to stay on the Tigers end. And this will bring us to a media stoppage. 5:01 to play in the first half. Campbellsville leads 19-16. You're following the Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
If you love concerts and live theater, going to baseball games, and eating in restaurants, inside. If you love parties and the small talk with the guy who makes you iced coffee the right way, then wear a mask. And let's beat this virus so we can get back to the things we love. Mask up, America.
Three-point Tiger lead here in the Powell Athletic Center. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly, courtside at Donna Wise Court. It's 5:01 to play here in the first quarter. We were talking about some of the scheduling things there, and I guess Hawaii Pacific and Chaminade, the scheduling for the gym gets kind of crazy, so they moved our game time up after we had the guys move there. So there will be a brief overlap. I think we'll carry maybe the majority of the guys' game and then join the women's game in progress. But the men's game that day is a home contest against Lindsay. So A, we think there will be a big crowd. And
right.
B, it'll be on a television stream, so we'll duck you out a little early. But you and Zach Clements should be along for that one.
We'll have that call, yes. We had a good time down at Murray earlier this week, which seems like forever ago because as much basketball as we've seen here the last couple of days. But hope you have a good trip out there.
That should be fun. Carmichael open. He hoists the three. Bang! Cam Carmichael and Edward Jones three.
Yeah, the first three-pointer here of the afternoon for the Tigers. And as I've mentioned many times, Carmichael, he stays after in practice and puts up a lot of three-pointers.
Thomas out front. Actually, that's John Brown to Neely on the cut. Nice offensive movement there by.
It's a good backdoor cut right there.
Bethel gets the hoop there. 22-18 the count. Carmichael comes left side to Harding. He'll call for D'Souza straight away. Malachi D'Souza holds it. Bluffs the handoff. Driving, looking for some help. Ball deflected. Harding able to pick it up. Inside
nice
D'Souza. Up, stuff!
What a pass by Darius Harding.
Harding in there to Malachi D'Souza. And all D'Souza needs is a little space and opportunity to attack the rim. Inside, offensive foul. Malachi D'Souza takes the contact. This will go against John Brown.
That's been there pretty much all night, especially when he's been backing down key. But D'Souza kind of held his ground there, and when there was contact, offensive foul going the other way.
It's the 8th foul on Bethel, the 2nd on John Brown, and Coach Britt going to start barking about
well,
the foul
you know what? He probably
should.
should. 8-2. Yeah, as an official, we were always aware of that.
Wallace wraps one down inside to Harding. Quick step for Harding, and he gets the bucket. There he is, Harding, with a nice strong move down in the paint.
It was a very strong move by Darius Harding. Good to see him playing well here.
Inside, nice pass there by Drew Thomas. We're going to have a foul called against Campbellsville's Cam Carmichael.
Coach Vernon doesn't really need to gripe about that one. 8-2. They're going to call that.
Remember, we're going back early in the game. Peyton Broughton had one that could have easily been called. He kind of a little aggressive, but them's the breaks. Shabu at the line. He's had a really good performance in this game. He's 0 of 3 on the season. I probably just guaranteed his first make. Well,
way to go, Peyton.
Tell you what, broadcaster's jinx works more ways than one. Jace Wallace going to check out. Peyton Broughton in for CU. Free throw here is good for Shabu.
Well, he went from 0 to.
Yeah, he went from a 0% to a 40% percentage. I mean, just a Herculean effort. 26-20. He's got 8 points. He's having a whale of a night. based on his season averages here. Carmichael pitches it out to Harding. Harding going to take the pull-up three. No good. Hard rebound to Sam Whining. Carmichael surveys. Now D'Souza on the drive. Left side. Stops looking for some help. It's Carmichael. Behind the back. Zips it left side to D'Souza. 7 to shoot. Corner. Whining. Triple. Short. And the rebound taken by Harding. And he's fouled underneath by Shabu.
Good job, Darius Harding. You know, he's just doing a little bit of the little things here tonight. In the right place, nice little pass earlier. That time he got an offensive rebound. Chance to go to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Or is it a double? Oh, he was shooting. Double,
Yeah,
two-shot foul.
26 to 20, Harding at the nail. Takes a deep breath. Free throw good here for Darius Harding. Harding with 7 points in the ballgame, a couple of assists. Carmichael and Whining will check out. Keyston Brown, the much more aerodynamic Keyston Brown out there. Darius Key back in. Harding gets both. Neely left side. Campbellsville leads by 8. I believe that matches their largest advantage. Left side now is Mayberry. Drives across the paint, stops, spinning a few times back and forth. Now Shabu, little head fake. He'll go up over the top of Key, and that is good.
He is really good down low there on the block.
I'm not sure how the kid averages just 14 minutes a game and 3 points. Maybe,
right?
He's having the game of his life. I don't know, but he looks really good. It's impressive thus far. D'Souza off the wing right side, back to Broughton. Left side, and now it's Harding. He backs away from Mayberry, 12 to shoot. Goes opposite the Key screen, now goes with Jarius Key. Pull-up jumper for Harding, no good, left it short, and the rebound taken by Mayberry. 28-22. Entry here, again, it's Shabu. Go to work again, and that is, man.
It's automatic for him. That's his strength, and they're playing to it. And it's, what is his 10th point here already?
Well, that's
12.
Yeah, that's where not having a Ross Ryan there kind of hurts. Ross, the Tigers, 6'9" junior forward here. Key, three on the way. Bang! Jarius Key. Get him back that way.
There we go.
Long ahead to Mayberry left side. 31-24 the score. Here comes Shabu again, and Key going to be called there. He tried to lean down in a little more and picks up his second foul. This will draw a change for Campbellsville, as that is Key's second and 4 on the Tigers. Sam Whiting going to check back in. They don't want Key to pick up that third. And now Sam will defend Shabu. Entry here to Mayberry. Broughton knocked it away. Mayberry able to stay with it. He'll take the pull-up off the free throw line. No good. Rebound taken now by Darius Harding for CU. 31-24 the score. Long ahead to Broughton. Holds it. Spins away from Thomas. Driving in the paint. Step back. A little short as multiple players go to the ground here. And Neely left side. And now, bad idea. Malachi D'Souza sends it right back to him.
He need to return to sender.
Well, D'Souza, you know, he's listed at 6'6", but the wingspan
it's got to be 7-foot wingspan.
I mean, he's long arms. Neely going to pitch it in here to Thomas off the screen. And they'll switch it. Less than a minute to play first half. Thomas, little fall away one-handed shot, no good. Harding the rebound. He got fouled. They had a big smack there. Harding took exception to it. Here comes Keyston Brown, right side, working against Neely. Shovels it back. Trailer, Harding, three, no good. And the rebound to Neely. Long ahead, this is Thomas. Across the lane, he's tied up by Brown, and the whistle sounds. This is going to be a jump ball.
Good defense by Brown there to get back on the missed shot to get his hand in there and be able to tie him up. And that's very advantageous because now we're going to get it to here start the second half.
Campbellsville by 7, 30 seconds remaining in the half. Campbellsville's going to get a look here, barring an offensive rebound. There is Bethel going to work down on the block. Terrell Brown shot no good. Campbellsville will hold for one. So worst case scenario, the Tigers should go to the locker room with a 7-point advantage. Shot clock is off, 8 seconds. Keyston Brown going to go to work. Keyston into the middle of the floor. 3 seconds. Pull up. Good for Keyston Brown as the buzzer marks. The Tigers extend to a 9-point advantage. And maybe the buzzed head look for Keyston Brown pays off there as he hits the step back off the elbow. Since the Tigers into the locker room with a 9-point lead, we'll step away here as Campbellsville leads it 33-24 the score as we've reached the halftime intermission. You are following the Tigers. This is the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The biggest buffet in town is at the Winters Dining Hall, located on Campbellsville University's campus. We've got it all, from our main entree lines, pizza, pasta, soup, subzone, and our new Fresh and Fit section. Don't forget about our dessert corner. Winters Dining Hall is open to the public 7 days a week. $7 for lunch, $8 for dinner. Winters Dining Hall at Campbellsville University. Find us at campbellsville.edu/dining hall.
Come find solace at Saloma Baptist, an intergenerational church.
Here, the family of Christ extends far past the walls, and hospitality is held on high.
We are committed in our pursuit of discipling every nation and generation.
For more information on service times, visit salomabaptist.com or call 270-789-0082 and add our Facebook at Saloma Baptist Church.
Saloma Baptist, ministering to the community and to the world in the 21st century.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Norman, Senior Pastor of Campbellsville Baptist Church. You are invited to experience a caring community where the Word of God is taught and Christ is honored. We invest in the future of our children and youth by providing environments where they are loved, discipled, and taught the Bible, as well as our college ministry, which partners with students and faculty at Campbellsville University. Sunday school begins at 9:15, worship at 10:30. Come join us.
Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. St. Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely. I think it's the kind of place that could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. If those lessons could be learned, this world could be a better place.
(33-24) our score here at halftime. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly at the Dow Athletic Center as we get set for second half action in just a bit. They are recognizing the Tiger golf team from last season, Mid-South Conference Championship winners for the Tigers golf team there. So they get their championship rings. And we go through the numbers that made up the first half. 43.3% for the Tigers. Benji, they were 13 of 30 shooting, 2 of 11 from long range. That's 18%. They were 5 of 9 at the free throw line, 55%. Bethel struggled from the field, 32%, 33% at the line, and perfect 2 of 2 at the free throw line. But if you take out Arafat Shabu, Bethel overall was 5 of 26 shooting. So that young man, without him, this is a completely different ball game.
It is, but you got to credit Campbellsville for their defensive pressure, switching a lot of things on the defensive end, and as a result, we've out-rebounded them as well. So I know Coach Vernon said there at the end of the half, he looked over to us and he said, we're just going to have to find a way tonight. Well, they were pretty effective there in that first half doing what they did. Now, obviously, the shots aren't falling like they did the other night, but at the end, we've got a 9-point lead here. Pretty good offensive effort here for Campbellsville despite the poor shooting from three-point line.
Taking a look at the individual numbers here in the first half of play, Campbellsville was led in scoring by Jarius Key. He had 11 points for the Tigers, 2 rebounds, 5 of 7 from the field, a couple of takeaways for Key as well. 8 points from Darius Harding in the first half, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 4 of 4 at the charity stripe. 6 from Malachi DeSouza off the bench. He continues his nice play for Coach Vernon and company. 12 minutes of action, 3 of 5 shooting for Kai, and had one big dunk in there, did DeSouza. 5 points for Cam Carmichael. He knocked in an Edward Jones three, one of two made Edward Jones threes there in the first half for CU, and the scoring rounded out by Keyston Brown's buzzer-beating two, and Jace Wallace with one free throw there, 4 rebounds for Wallace. Peyton Broughton had 6 boards. He was scoreless in the first half, however, as Coach Ward recognized here. He's been around this community a long time and gets Mid-South Conference Coach of the Year award for the conference championship. So congratulations to Coach Ward out there with his longtime pal, Jim Hardy. They spent many years serving Campbellsville Independent Schools together. Taking a look at the individual numbers for Bethel in the first half: 12 for Arafat Shabu, 5 of 5 shooting, 2 of 2 at the line, 6 from Jamarius Mayberry in the first half, and then 2 apiece for Tyler Neely, Drew Thomas, and John Brown, and that is it. That's the scoring for Bethel in the first frame. Rebounding, Campbellsville a 21-16 advantage. 5 offensive rebounds for the Tigers, just 1 for the Wildcats. CU finishes with 6 assists, 7 turnovers, 4 steals, 6 assists, 7 turnovers, 3 steals for Bethel. And Benji, that game against Freed Hardeman on Thursday had a completely different feel than this one does here.
Than this one does. But I think that game probably prepared us for what this type of game was going to be, because we had the confidence that we saw where we could score pretty much at will. And at this game, scoring is at a premium. You know, he got 33 points here at halftime, and without Sabu there, this game could be really a bigger lead for Campbellsville. And it's different people that are doing it compared to the other night. You had Jace Wallace, Peyton Broughton, those two here tonight, 1 point. But what I'm impressed with Peyton Broughton there is, even though the shots aren't falling, he's got 6 rebounds. So he's contributing some solid minutes, and you look at 4 rebounds, 1 assist for Jace Wallace. So good effort here for the Tigers. They'll make some adjustments, and I'm sure Bethel will as well. But I'd much rather be up 9 than down 9, especially against a team like what we're playing against Bethel.
Yeah, I mean, Keyston Brown, that shot he made, who knows? He may loom large as this ball game continues. Some of the enhanced scoring numbers: points in the paint, 18-16. Campbellsville the advantage off turnovers, 9-4 in favor of CU. Second chance points, 4-0 in favor of Campbellsville. Bench points in favor of Bethel, 12-8. We will step away, take an extended timeout here. We'll come back with second half coverage in just a moment as Campbellsville leads it at the mid-game break, 33-24 the score. You're following the Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
If you love concerts and live theater, going to baseball games, and eating in restaurants, inside, if you love parties and the small talk with the guy who makes you iced coffee the right way, then wear a mask and let's beat this virus so we can get back to the things we love. Mask up, America.
The biggest buffet in town is at the Winters Dining Hall, located on Campbellsville University's campus. We've got it all, from our main entree lines, pizza, pasta, soup, subzone, and our new Fresh and Fit section. Don't forget about our dessert corner. Winters Dining Hall is open to the public 7 days a week. $7 for lunch, $8 for dinner. Winters Dining Hall at Campbellsville University. Find us at campbellsville.edu/dining hall.
Come find solace at Saloma Baptist, an intergenerational church.
Here, the family of Christ extends far past the walls, and hospitality is held on high.
We are committed in our pursuit of discipling every nation and generation.
For more information on service times, visit salomabaptist.com or call 270-789-0082. And add our Facebook at Saloma Baptist Church.
Saloma Baptist, ministering to the community and to the world in the 21st century.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dwayne Norman, Senior Pastor of Campbellsville Baptist Church. You are invited to experience a caring community where the Word of God is taught and Christ is honored. We invest in the future of our children and youth by providing environments where they are loved, discipled, and taught the Bible, as well as our college ministry, which partners with students and faculty at Campbellsville University. Sunday school begins at 9:15, worship at 10:30. Come join us.
Hannah complained of a headache. It was a rhabdomyosarcoma. Within a few days, Hannah was in treatment because we were told that the tumor was very aggressive. St. Jude is an asset to the world. The research that is developed here is offered freely. I think it's the kind of place that could teach the world a couple of lessons about how to treat people. If those lessons could be learned, this world could be a better place.
Citizens Bank and Trust Company serves the Taylor County area with 4 convenient locations. Online and mobile options make your banking experience even easier, with features such as digital wallet, Touch ID login with the mobile app, and online deposits. Mobile banking also gives you the online control of your Citizens Bank debit card. Take advantage of the no-charge ATM in the Student Commons on the campus of Campbellsville University. Citizens Bank and Trust Campbellsville. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I love you.
Myth. If you get COVID-19, you'll recover after a few days. That myth is false. We're only just beginning to understand the effects of COVID-19 on the human body, as we're starting to see more and more people identifying as long haulers who are having symptoms for weeks, if not months, after their initial infection. Continue to wear a mask, socially distance, and wash your hands. Together, we can keep COVID out of school.
For ways to keep your community safe, go to backtoschooltogether.com.
Back inside the Powell Athletic Center, Matt Payton, Benji Kelly here as we get set for second half action. And just a bit, the Tigers lead it 34-24. Campbellsville with a few days off to kind of recuperate a bit as they got some guys a little under the weather. The seasonal change stuff and all that makes it a bit difficult on you, Benji.
The Kentucky crud, as we call it.
That is, is that an official name we could trademark?
We trademarked that, absolutely.
Kentucky crud, but that's about accurate.
It's probably a band somewhere over, here in the Bluegrass State somewhere.
That sounds like a band that Alex Mead would have. He was almost a member of like the, Sandy Creek Singers or something crazy like that. So maybe had that not worked out, he went that direction, he could have been a member of the Kentucky crud.
There you go.
Not quite what happened for him. We're happy to have him, I think, most days. Anyway, Tigers getting some warm-up shots in here, but yeah, they'll get, and they need it. You talk about 5 games in 8-9 days. That's hard.
It's
hard on you, and 3 overtime games already. One of them a double overtime game, so they could use
a break,
a little bit of a break, not too much.
And it's good, this week we're heading into finals as well. So it's unfortunate the Lady Tigers have to play, but obviously that trip to Hawaii, they normally are off during that finals week, but that's probably the only time that they could work that game in with Lindsay. So, but yeah, for this Tiger team, it's good for them to be able to get a break. As you said, it's well deserved because they have played well in this stretch.
Absolutely, they'll end up between games, you go from the 4th to the 16th. So you've got, at least 10 or 11 days that are recuperating. I think Coach Vernon's plan was to have the guys doing a lot of individual stuff next week and rest and recharge a bit. But you got to be careful because then you do have the holiday coming, so you'll have some time off there. But again, when you played the type of schedule that they have over the last week or two, nice to get a little rest. The Lady Tigers back in action on Tuesday. Ginger High Colvin's Club will take on Lindsey Wilson College Tuesday evening here in the Powell Athletic Center, 6 p.m. the start time for that one, as the Blue Raiders will come a-calling. Lady Tigers then go to Cumberland University on Saturday. They'll have a couple of non-conference games still here at the Powell Center on the 13th and 15th, as they will take on Asbury and CU Harrodsburg. Actually be CU Harrodsburg first and Asbury on the 15th. You see that? much different half than on. Coach Vernon said
it's not as entertaining.
Not as entertaining. It was not. We had mentioned that. It was much different than the game we saw on Thursday there. But sometimes you win them ugly. Sometimes, they're fun ones. Many different ways that a basketball game breaks out. Here Harding for three, no good.
Good look there by Darius Harding.
Long ahead the other way, Neely to Brown, and he's going to be this will go against Harding there as he slapped the arm of Brown. That'll be the first on Darius. Inside they find a cutting Thomas working against Broughton, and he goes up over the top of Broughton off glass. Good. Bethel going full court pressure here. Now try to trap Carmichael. Carmichael underneath to Broughton. He'll go up.
There we go. He about had a steal right there.
Broughton almost found his way to the basketball the other way, and this ball will kick by Carmichael.
Peyton's first bucket of the game.
He needed that. Bro's going to hand it to Mayberry. He'll continue on the drive, spin, and that shot may have been blocked by Harding. Key picks it up. Campbellsville the other way. Carmichael, left side. Wallace, extra pass to Harding. He'll drive, tries to wrap one underneath to Key, and a little off the mark. The other direction comes Thomas, and he lays it in. 35-28 the score. Campbellsville with a 7-point lead. They led by 9 at halftime. Let's see if Bethel tries to trap again here at some point, as now they back off a little bit, it appears. Key out front. Wallace right side, working with Broughton. He kicks it out. Key, open three, in and out. Rebound to Brown. Good look for Jarius Key. Hit one in the first half. Missed that one. Brown stops and spins. Goes up a shot that is good.
Nice move by John Brown there. The ball seemed like it hung in the air forever.
Brown, the transfer from West Florida. Right side, Broughton thought about it. Now we'll deck it. At one point, I don't know, I'd have to ask to be sure. I think John Brown had maybe reached out to Campbellsville, or we reached out to him. I think there were some conversations. Wallace lost the handle on the drive. A bucket here by Bethel may draw a timeout for Coach Brent Vernon. As Mayberry down inside nearly has it taken away, retreats and kicks it out to Drew Thomas.
That's a carry.
And Neely helped out the Tiger head coach here because he was standing almost at midcourt in anticipation of how that was going to play out. 35-30 the score.
Campbellsville's dodged a couple here. This thing could be a little closer than what it is, 5-point lead. We've had one bucket here in the second half, so this Bethel team's not going to go away.
Right side, Broughton. Now Wallace out top again. Left side, this is Key. Key going to hand it off to Carmichael. Carmichael spinning in the paint. Little fall away shot. Can't get it to go. John Brown to the offensive end for Bethel. Backs away. Mayberry on around left side. Now the entry to Rose. He goes to work against Key, who blocked it. Nice job, and the ball knocked free. Wallace able to pick it. I thought that was going to bounce right back to Rose.
I did too there.
As Carmichael goes to the left side, the ball was deflected and knocked out of play. Coach
Britt.
Sometimes as a coach, it doesn't matter what reason they give you. You're not going to be pleased with it. That was one of those for Coach Britt. Left side, Harding with the basketball, backs away. Broughton going to take a three in rhythm on the way. That is short, and the rebound to Mayberry. Left side, Neely inside. Rose again. Carmichael flashes the help. Rose misses the shot. Grab the rebound right over the top of Carmichael. And now we're going to have a whistle down inside. Rose missed a couple of opportunities there. And this foul will go against Key. That is not good. That's 3 on Jarius Key. And again, the Tigers without Ross Ryan here today. (35-30) Rose at the free throw line here, 71% on the season for Rose. He had 15.7 rebounds against Georgetown on Thursday. That was, again, kind of a no contest from the beginning. We looked at one point, it was like 29-7 early.
It was pretty much over early. And I think he said a lot of those guys.
I think 25 minutes was the most anybody played.
And whereas we had to go to overtime and played many guys 40 or 35, 40-plus minutes.
Rose hits both free throws. He will check out for Shabu. Wallace left side to Carmichael. Left corner now, Harding, 3 on the way. Bang! There he is, Harding and Edward Jones 3 for the Tigers.
Extends that thing back out to 6. The old great equalizer, the three-point shot. Darius' first make from three-point line here.
38-32, down inside Thomas. Now he kicks it out. Neely's open. He'll try the answer, no good. Rebound batted up and taken by Brown. Back out. This is Thomas for 3, and he does answer. Second chance opportunity for Bethel.
Yeah, Campbellsville is doing a little better job on the boards there, keeping them off. This Bethel team, once again, you give them extra opportunities. You give any team extra opportunities, they're going to try to take advantage of it, and they did.
Carmichael, a nice move, gets the step. He was bumped. They could have easily called a foul. Turnover, though, and Thomas the other way. Blocked by Key. And another pratfall.
We worked it in twice today.
Here's Brown will step back, and that's going to be a timeout for Coach.
Good timeout
Vernon as Bethel has seized the momentum. Oh, man. Wallace, come on, guys. Wallace was trying to get through, and Montgomery for Bethel, who wasn't even in the ball game. A little much for my liking. We'll step away and take a break here as this is a full timeout. 38-37, 15-27 to play in the basketball game. You're following the Tigers. They lead it by a point. This is the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
(38-37) the score. Bethel has outdone Campbellsville in the second half by 8 points as the Tigers led it at the mid-game break. 33-24, so Bethel with a 13-5 advantage here in half number 2 thus far. Wildcats look as if they want to apply a little full court pressure. Carmichael the basketball for CU, defended by Neely. Left side, Harding. Shabu jumps way out to defend. Harding gonna go right at him. Across the paint, back the other way. And there he is, Harding, a little floater over the top.
That's
nice.
A little body control right there. Wow.
Thomas, want the entry. Carmichael sags down in there to help off of Neely. Nice job by Cam. Now into the corner, left side. Mayberry will drive at Wallace. Gets him into the air. If he shoots that, he might have drawn the foul out. Neely open for three here. That is good, and we're tied at 40.
We got us a ball game, Matt Payton. Campbellsville, the 9-point lead at the break, and this Bethel team here within 5 minutes has clawed it right back to tie it up.
Harding again out there with the basketball, defended by Brown. Carmichael off the wing right side, back in the middle of the floor. Wallace, little ball fake, wants to spin, goes up off glass,
yes.
Good for Jace Wallace, his first field goal of the day.
We need him to start heating up a little bit here.
Brown comes left side. Mayberry wants Shabu on the entry. He's got him now, whining.
Now, Cam!
And they'll kick it out. Mayberry open three, and that is good.
They can definitely shoot it, Matt. We're seeing that here. That's kind of how they've clawed back into this game here.
Carmichael having to work pretty hard in the backcourt just to bring it ahead. DeSouza checked in a moment ago for Campbellsville, looking for some help. Backdoor, Wallace cutting. May have been fouled, no call. Ball comes back out. The Tigers still with it. DeSouza, baseline. He goes reverse. He's fouled.
Job by DeSouza there, getting to the baseline quickly.
This will go against Shabu, and that will be his second foul of the basketball game. DeSouza at the line for Campbellsville. Tigers can tie with one, regain the lead with two makes. We're knotted up, 43 apiece. Keaston Brown going to check in for Cam Carmichael. One more coming here from Malachi DeSouza. Brown, Harding, Whining, and Wallace hanging out in the backcourt for CU. Free throw is good. 13:39 to play in the basketball game. Tigers lead by one. Jared Walker back in, and he'll bring it ahead for Bethel. Right side, jab step. Now Mayberry decks it, goes right at Harding over the top. Tough shot, no good. Rebound to Keaston Brown. He'll shovel it ahead quickly to Harding. Right wing for Darius Harding. Into the middle of the lane. Shot up, won't go.
Man, he's so strong. So strong to be able to get that ball up.
Drew Thomas called for the foul, and it will send Harding to the free throw line. That's the first on Thomas, second on Bethel as a club. Bethel's lone win in conference play at home over Lindsey Wilson. Free throw here for Darius Harding, no good. They lost a 10-point game against Cumberland University. And then, of course, as we've mentioned a time or two, Georgetown got them on Thursday at the Davis Reed Alumni Gymnasium there in Georgetown. Free throw here for Harding is good. He gets one of two. Campbellsville back up by two. 45-43, Walker the basketball, right side to Brown. Shabu on around, Mayberry, and here's Thomas on the drive. Stop, he shuffled that foot there or drug it a bit. Whining really working down there against Shabu. They got DeSouza to help out a bit. Now Brown open for three, in and out, no good. Rebound, Wallace had it. It goes between Shabu's legs, who took it away. And Whining and company able to corral it.
I've been impressed with Sam Whining and how he's played defensive here tonight.
Wallace on the dribble, goes up right side. He's fouled. Mayberry got him. A little bit of a discussion there between the two officials. They'll assess that to Jamarius Mayberry.
And that's where Campbellsville, the couple of possessions there, 2 or 3 possessions where they weren't being as aggressive on the offensive end, allowed this Bethel team to kind of creep back in. But these last 3 possessions here for Campbellsville, they've been a little more aggressive, driving to the paint, getting a foul, finding an open, shooter. So that's what it's going to take here the rest of this way.
Shabu and Mayberry check out as Wallace hits that free throw. Rose back in. We also see Hayden Thomas return to the lineup. Wallace's second free throw is good. Brought to check in for Jace Wallace.
He's going to get a little breather here before the media. Timeout, good substitution there by Coach Vernon.
Wallace, one of those guys that doesn't feel well. You kind of almost see it on his face. Here inside, nice feed. And Malachi D'Souza came over and blocked the shot.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when you don't feel good and you're out there sweating and running and things just hurt a little more. And
if they can win, he'll sleep really well tonight.
He will. And this long break.
Rose working against Winey. Nice job by Sam, but that's just a size differential.
Well, that's exactly, and that's what you want, Sam. Make him earn it, and he earned that. And you just tip the hat and say, good play. Move on.
Brown in the backcourt, brings it ahead, defended by Walker. D'Souza kind of stalking. Brown nearly lost the handle, stays with it. Backdoor Broughton couldn't handle it. It was deflected. It was deflected, and then it hit Broughton, went through his hands. The official down on the baseline almost, he was kind of looking for some help.
He was straight lined, yeah. He couldn't see it, and then the slot official was able to let him know because Peyton hit it, and Peyton knew it. So
Tigers lead by 2, just under now 12 minutes to play in the basketball game. Walker left side, Thomas, that's Hayden Thomas. Right side, Drew Thomas, entry over the top to Rose, goes up, missed the shot. Brown's follow is no good as the ball took an extra hop off the rim. Walker has it rejected by D'Souza. Man, Malachi D'Souza, a couple of rejections here in the second half. Broughton looking for some help as they trap, and Broughton wants a timeout. He gets it.
Goodness. Are we in New York City here?
We've seen a few times Bethel is kind of flashed out quick and thrown up a trap out of nowhere almost, and 30-second timeout taken there by Broughton to kind of help save that possession. Campbellsville with a 2-point lead here, 47-45. The intensity has picked up a bit in the second half. The first half was just almost like, let's just get through it, kind of that feel to it. Here in the second half, the intensity level and the competition has certainly been ratcheted up a bit.
Well, it's one of those, you're early in the conference season, and wins are just so hard to come by in the conference, and you don't want to get down early to where you're after Christmas. You're trying to just play your way back into the the middle of the standings. Being 2-2 heading into your next conference game on the 16th is much better than 1-3 because both of these teams are sitting at 1-2 right now. So this is an important game for both teams here early in the conference season.
Get ready to return to play here. Campbellsville back out on the court with the same 5 guys. And Jarius Key had picked up that third foul. We haven't seen him for a bit. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes away from seeing him re-enter. D'Souza working against Rose here. Backs away. Shot is going to be short, and the rebound taken by Drew Thomas. It almost looked like D'Souza may have lost that on the way up. Another block by Malachi D'Souza, 3. And this pass nearly stolen. It comes back to D'Souza. Ahead, it's Harding. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound batted away and out of bounds. No, saved by Drew Thomas. Nice play by the Bethel Wildcat to keep that alive for Bethel here. And now we've got a foul down inside against Keyston Brown. They'll wave off that shot. And actually, Key going to come back now. So Coach Vernon going to get Key back in there. First on Keyston Brown. They said second on the Tigers. I thought we had 3. We have to double check that. We've got the media stoppage here, so we will step away. 47-45 the score. Campbellsville leads Bethel. 10:57 to play in the basketball game. You're following the Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
.45 Tigers lead Bethel here at the POW. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly with you today as Campbellsville looks for their 9th victory of the season. The Tigers 1-2 in conference play. 3 on the year. Bethel 5-2 on the year, 1-2 in Mid-South Conference play. We get ready to return to action. 47-45 the score. What'd you find out there, Benji?
Hey, they actually said 2 team fouls instead of 3. So
here we go. Key is going to pick up his 4th. Well, I had a foul in this half.
I did too.
On Darius Harding, Jarius Key, and Keyston Brown.
Yeah. I guess the only question is what the foul on Harding, they may not have said it was a foul. Did he knock it out of bounds or something?
How many fouls does the stat sheet have on Darius? They've got him with 0, so that must have been an issue with that one. Free throw here for Thomas is good, as the foul on Jace Wallace was his first. That is the 3rd on Campbellsville. Tyreek Montgomery will check in here in a moment for Bethel. Drew Thomas for the tie. He does. 47 each way here. Carmichael will re-enter. Peyton Broughton checks out for Campbellsville. So you got the 2 point guards out there now, Carmichael and Brown. Brown going to bounce it to Carmichael. Now Key. Left side Wallace. Hands it off to Brown. Rolling right side of the lane. Goes up a shot. No good. Jarius Key's put back off the mark. Rebound batted into the air multiple times. Keyston Brown gets whacked and knocked to the ground.
Good gritty play there by Keyston Brown. I'll tell you what, he's getting his hands in there. He's absorbing contact and getting in there on the rebound. Read the foul. Really like this young man and how he plays the game.
So Campbellsville will maintain the possession here. As that foul on Montgomery is first, 4 on Bethel as a team. Tigers and Bethel tied up 47 each way. Carmichael, left side to Sousa. Sousa can hoist the 3, in and out, no good. And Jarius Key trying to stay with it here. He'll go back up. He's fouled.
There you go. Way to stay with it there, Jarius Key.
So Tyreek Montgomery picks up 2 quick ones here as he's re-entered. Key will go to the line here for Campbellsville.
All right, they was going to give it to him out of bounds, but the official stepped in and told Tony that no, he was shooting. So
Jay Key back to the line. Missed both earlier. Gets that one. Key on the season, 72.5%. Sousa with a new career high in blocks here today. He's got 4 in the ball game, and Key misses that one well short.
Well, we may need a few more here from D'Souza.
Inside, Cam Rose. He gets Key in the air, and Key got a lot of basketball. He also got a lot of Cam Rose. You could hear it. It's going to be 4 on Key, I do believe. They're not having a discussion. He hit the basketball. I mean, he just got him on the way down with the hand, right?
Well,
I mean, he made a play on the ball.
I think he cut his forehead.
Oh, well, there you go. But there's a lot of discussion going here.
Okay, so foul on Key.
Okay, so Key's 4th.
And they're fixing him for the, allow him to fix for the blood.
And Rose on the season, 71% at the line, but if you say we can't get the blood fixed in 20 seconds, you get to send somebody else back in. And Drew Thomas was out of the game a moment ago. Montgomery checked in for him. Thomas 90% on the year. So you might just tell Cam Rose, it's quite a gas you got, young man. Let's fix it up. And
That's
Drew Thomas is coming in. That's kind of a no-brainer. So Thomas, 90% on the year, 2 of 2 today.
So it's a 2-shot foul.
.9:55 to play in the basketball game. It will be Drew Thomas at the line here for Bethel. Free throw, as you would imagine, is good. Got to be a nice feeling. You're sitting over there minding your own business, and somebody else gets fouled, you get to come in, collect the points.
There you go. This game's easy.
It's the way to do it. And the second free throw, no good. So the Tigers see Thomas hit 1 of 2. A lot of full court pressure here. Campbellsville crosses with a second to spare. DeSouza's
and one
foul. Ooh, wouldn't quite go, but he is fouled, I believe, by Thomas. That's Drew Thomas. The Tigers in the bonus the rest of the way, and Malachi DeSouza going to go to the free throw line here. So Campbellsville will. No, is that not a shooting foul?
I guess they called it on the floor.
On the floor. Carmichael looking, pitches it into Whining. Back, Carmichael, 3 on the way. In and out. Ball is batted and here taken by
good look
Thomas. Walker to the front court. And he'll create a little contact, go up off glass, good. It's a 2-point Bethel lead now as Carmichael, they're going to call a jump ball, and this will go to Bethel.
Campbellsville unable to handle that full court pressure there. I think Carmichael's a little surprised that he was trapped right when the ball got into him, and they were able to get his hands in there. And
Sam got to get back there. He was thinking it was Tiger basketball. So that full court pressure creates a turnover for Bethel. Brown working against DeSouza. Was up the shot, no good. Nice job by DeSouza defensively. He's had quite a performance today on that defensive end. Carmichael is fouled again. And I don't know how Bethel's turned around. It's pretty clear on there. And this will send Carmichael to the line. So now that aggressiveness for Bethel is going to work against them a bit as the Tigers figure to shoot quite a few free throws over the final 9-12 here.
And, you know, throughout the year so far, Campbellsville has done a pretty decent job of handling that press. But it's just the constant pressure that sometimes allows you to mess up. But I trust Carmichael Brown, and I even trust Broughton to be able to bring that ball up the court. And at times you've even seen DeSouza bring it up the court. So that aggressiveness kind of bit them there. Chance for us to go to the line here to tie it back up.
One more for Carmichael, and that one is no good. The rebound off to John Brown. Walker may have walked. I think there either has to be a foul on Campbellsville on Walker or a walk. I don't know that. As here, Carmichael being chased. He'll come long ahead to Wallace. Wallace long ahead. DeSouza catches, gathers up. That's good for Malachi DeSouza.
That's how you break the press right there.
Walker again going to race down. Kicks it out here to Montgomery. Bluffs the shot in the corner. Now going to take a 3. That's no good. I think the Tigers will live with that.
Absolutely.
DeSouza. Rebound, able to protect it. Campbellsville the other way. 52-51, Bethel the 1-point lead. Hand off here, DeSouza to Carmichael. They bounce it. This is DeSouza. Won't shoot it now. Will. 3 on the way. Bang! Malachi DeSouza, have a day, my friend.
That's right. Man, I tell you, the last 2 games, he has really picked it up, and you can just tell that confidence is oozing from him. Malachi DeSouza is going to be a special player here for Campbellsville.
54-52, Tigers back in front by a bucket. Drew Thomas in the corner. Now Brown out front wants to work against DeSouza. Brown gets him in the air momentarily. Now out. Walker's open. He'll hoist the 3. That is short, and the rebound going to come right back to Walker. Now a floater in the lane around and out, and a 3rd chance. Walker.
He padded his stats there. 2 offensive rebounds and 2 points.
Long ahead. DeSouza, middle of the paint. He's fouled. This will go against Jared Walker. So DeSouza will go to the line. Was that was DeSouza the one with the basketball?
I believe
there?
so, yes.
DeSouza's got 13. If he hits both of these, he's going to have himself a new career high. He's already got a new career high in blocks with 4. 4 rebounds, ties his career best. And that one is no good, so missed the front end.
Boy, as good as Campbellsville shot the free throws the other night, they are just the exact opposite here tonight.
Law of averages.
I know, right?
Brown with a little jab step, pitches it back out to Neely. Now Rose shovels it to Hayden Thomas, driving out of the corner. Montgomery, 3 on the way. That is hard.
On the back.
Rose
Yep,
gonna
good
be
job.
called up the backside of Sam Whining.
Good job, Sam Whining. Put a body on it. That's how you eliminate the big guy. And we'll go down here 94 feet down the other end of the court and shoot some free throws. So
this will be the last 1-and-1. So Campbellsville double bonus the rest of the way. That's the 9th team foul on Bethel. 54 each way on the scoreboard here. 7 minutes and 11 seconds. We're going to check D'Souza out for blood, maybe. They're going to
let him play on.
Play on. Not enough there to a bug bite, perhaps. Whining at the nail for Campbellsville. Hits the first free throw.
Sam's played really well tonight on the defensive end especially. It's his first point here of the evening, but 4 rebounds, actually 5 rebounds, I believe.
Free throw here, good. Sam is a perfect 6 of 6 at the line this season. 56-54. Neely with the basketball here for Bethel. Navigates his way right side, back out top. Hayden Thomas bluffs the shot. Montgomery wants an entry. Nowhere to go with it. Now John Brown going to take a 3 over the top of D'Souza. That is short. And the ball is loose. Multiple guys had a chance at it. Finally, I think Carmichael on his keister gives it to Keyston Brown.
You know?
Left side. Carmichael, triple. Bang! Cameron Carmichael and Edward Jones. 59-54. Coach Britt wants a timeout as the Tigers go back up on top by 5. And this will be a full timeout taken by Coach Jeff Britt. We will step away and take a break ourselves. 6:35 to play in the basketball game. Tigers by 5 on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (59-54) Tigers lead Bethel. You saw, if you're following along on television, that 3-point field goal by Cam Carmichael a moment ago. Got the replay there. Tigers, a stop here would be nice, Benji Kelly.
It would be a really good opportunity to extend that lead if we get a stop here. But Matt, what about the today at Campbellsville University Athletics? Exciting day. Just wanted to let everyone know our soccer team's playing in the championship game of the NCCAA National Championship, and they just got a goal to go up 2-1 with about 30 minutes left in action.
Really cool for Coach Preston and company to pull that out.
Absolutely.
Back to play here at the PAL, 59-54 inside. Brown works back to the basket against the Suns. Yep. It's an offensive foul!
You lower that shoulder like that, they're going to call it.
John Brown going to go talk to the official and ask who, what, when, why, where, and how.
Well, you lower that shoulder into a guy, it's an obvious call.
10 fouls on Bethel. So, again, Campbellsville a double bonus the rest of the way. Brown brings it ahead. John Brown for Bethel picked up his 3rd foul there. Wallace left side. D'Souza thought about it. Decks it, drives, kicks. Carmichael again. No good. That is short, and the rebound to Drew Thomas.
It's okay. It's a good look. That is a good look.
Thomas backs away. Now Rose, left side Neely to Mayberry. Oh, man, Mayberry going to be called for a cheap one. Again, that shoulder you rip through. Coach Britt going to take the jacket off and fire that off into the distance. And a couple of offensive fouls back-to-back against Bethel as Jeff Britt all kinds of hot.
He's all kind of hot, but he's lucky he didn't get a technical there with the throwing the jacket down like that.
59-54, Campbellsville leads Bethel with 5:52 to play in the basketball game. You're following the Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Tigers with the basketball after a couple of turnovers on Bethel thanks to the offensive foul. You had Carmichael taking the most recent bit of contact against Mayberry. Earlier it was D'Souza. Man, how good has Malachi D'Souza been?
Oh, spectacular
here today.
Career night. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 4 block shots.
5:48 to play in the basketball game. Brown gonna pitch it in there to Wallace. Wallace, nice little shimmy and one for Jace Wallace.
You can't guard him. He's too effective.
How about that? Kind of lulled me to sleep out there.
Yeah.
Just, you know, rocking the baby back and
He's got
forth a little bit.
Yeah, got a quick first step, that little cross-handed ball fake, and he got to the rim, drew the foul.
Jace now with 7 points, can make it 8, does.
Yeah.
63-54, I believe, or 62-54 to update the scoreboard there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, 62-54 is correct. 8-point Tiger lead, less than 5.5 minutes to go. Brown out top. D'Souza defends. Brown going to settle for the mid-range and knocks it down.
You'll let him take that, absolutely. I mean, that's good defense by D'Souza. He's just too good of a player, but you'll let him take that 15, 16-footer.
Carmichael defended here by Neely. Leaves it with Brown out top, D'Souza. Now Carmichael, Wallace. Ball fake, gonna drive at Mayberry, up, off glass, good! That's Pratt Fall number 3.
Yeah, he's hurting too.
Brown, yeah, that's no padding, no padding there.
Oh, that's right on the tailbone.
Yeah.
And here comes Harding, probably gonna come in for him. What a competitor.
Well, he's mad. He saw Darius and he's mad. Here is Brown again, will cross over, that's a nice move, no good. To the other end, Carmichael, left side, Wallace again, driving, ball knocked out of his hand there by Drew Thomas. Oh, they're going to say he lost it on the way up.
Yeah.
So Darius Harding checks back in, 64-56 the count. Keyston Brown. Are you okay? Well, I'm not. Coach Vernon asked Keyston if you're okay. And
we're stressed over here, Coach.
I'm not okay. A rough fall there for Keyston Brown. Mayberry to Thomas left side. Harding defends. Thomas stops. Nice job by Darius to wait and not fall for that initial head fake. And Campbellsville comes up with a stop, and Coach Britt just got himself a present.
He's been working on that all night here. But
yeah, especially the last couple of minutes. And now I don't know if Drew Thomas did something. So this will be Jace Wallace at the free throw line. Free throw no good. 64-56, one more here for Wallace. Oh, short. Wonder about those legs. 41 minutes
41
the other night.
minutes. How many minutes you got here tonight? Probably 25.
28.
28 minutes. So that's 2 full ball games, and we still got 4 minutes to go.
Well, plus you take the
Herculean
Friday,
effort.
Saturday last week, Monday. I mean, it just at some point the body is slow to respond. Tigers in a dogfight here with the Wildcats. You say a dogfight, I guess it's more of a cat fight. Feline frenzy.
I see what you did there.
Here's Carmichael working, gets by, and it's, I guess he lost his footing. Other end, Walker goes up, and 1 for Jared Walker, and just like that, Bethel going to be able to make this a 4 or 5 point ball game. So that's the, who do they call that on?
Wallace.
Wallace.
5th team.
Is that Jace's first or second?
Second.
Got him for 2. I thought I heard PA say first. 5 on the Tigers as a team. 64-58 the score. Jared Walker at the free throw line. He's a really good free throw shooter as well. 81.8%. Free throw is good for Walker, and a timeout by Coach Jeff Britt here. As Campbellsville holds a 5-point lead, 64-59, 3:54 to play in the basketball game. We'll step away. You're following the Tigers. This is the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Campbellsville University is accredited by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges to award certificates, associate, baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degrees. Contact the Commission on Colleges at 1866 Southern Lane, Decatur, Georgia, 30033-4097, or call 404-679-4500 for questions about the status of Campbellsville University.
Five-point game, 3:54 to play. Tigers lead Bethel here in the Powell Athletic Center. CU looking for win number 9. Coach Vernon creeping closer to 100 for his career. I was texting him earlier this week and told him I was glad to know that I wouldn't miss number 100 the way things played out here, because I'll be gone there for a couple of games. And I think even if they went out from here on, the earliest he could actually get there is Georgetown
on the 3rd of
New Year.
Yeah.
So, and that would be fun to do it against Georgetown here in the Powell.
Absolutely.
64-59, Carmichael works with the basketball. Right side, Whining to Harding, left wing. Wallace working for position. Now DeSouza as they clear out a bit. DeSouza going to attack. Rose gets by him. Goes up. It won't fall, but he does draw the foul. It's going to be 4 on Rose. And we haven't seen much of Shabu here in the second half. And here he'll check in, but he had been so effective in the first half of the play.
Yeah, he had. And I'll tell you something you hadn't seen here much for Campbellsville lately. Peyton's been on the bench for quite several minutes. But this team has kind of, extended this lead, so Coach Vernon's running with it.
Well, I think one thing about it, too, is DeSouza has proven that
he has.
Right now you can't take him off the floor. And here hits the free throw. Gets a nice bounce.
And Key's been out, too. Of course, he's got 4 fouls.
Well, the other night, Coach got to a group that he liked and were playing
They just
well.
ran with it.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that's what you do. When you get a team that's playing well, their cohesion is good. They just run with it. And
Sousa gets both. Big free throws for Campbellsville. 66-59 the score. Right side, Mayberry wants the entry to Shabu. Whining does a nice job to make that difficult.
Sam's so strong down there.
Thomas picked up his dribble into the corner. Mayberry got a little bit of separation here. And Shabu shoves
out of the way.
Whining to the ground. This will be a foul. Coach Britt kind of disgusted, throws his hands up into the air in exasperation.
Well, it is. They're physical, but you can't shove a guy out of the way, and you can't lower your shoulder when you've got the ball. I understand he's upset, but there are fouls or fouls.
Yeah, I think Peyton doesn't feel well. He's one of the guys he walked off that last time. Him and Jace earlier, and Jace may have gotten a little bit of a second wind or whatever you want to call it, but I don't think Peyton feels very good either. You know, and nowadays it's kind of scary anyhow. You've got COVID stuff, flu, and then you've got the seasonal stuff that's going to come along with the temperature rising. Whining hits both. Man, nice job by Sam Whining there.
But here's the difference between this year and previous years. We've got a bench that we've got guys that can step up and fill when other players aren't feeling as good or playing as well.
Brown the basketball, going to hand it off. No, going to throw it instead to Thomas left side. That mid-range shot no good. Ball batted. D'Souza saves it in play to Wallace.
That's
nice
huge,
job.
Huge right there. A chance here for Campbellsville to take it to double digits. What's our largest lead here tonight, 9?
I think 9. Well, no, we had a 12-point lead there in the first half at one point. Harding holds it. Now wants to drive. Some contact off glass. Good. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what happened. I can't see anything. I've got 4 guys in front of me here. But the free throw came off. John Brown's at the line. Second free throw is good. So, Benji,
all right, so here's what we got. We got a flagrant 1 foul on Harding, and then they got a technical on Harding, so that's automatic ejection. Then they got a technical foul on the assistant coach from Bethel.
Okay. Which, that's really unfortunate on Darius.
It is.
Because I don't think anything that Darius did down there warranted. Now, I don't know what was said coming back down the floor and different things, so that I'm not sure. But now the initial, issue wasn't ejectable in my opinion, but I wasn't down there and that type of thing.
Right.
So after all of this, now does Campbellsville have free throws if there was a technical on the coach, right? So did they call?
They just now called a technical on us. This is unbelievable.
Oh, baby. Thomas hits this free throw. I have no idea what's going on. So I guess we had a technical against, Mark. But now, if they got a technical against their coach, shouldn't we shoot? Do we not get free throws?
I guess not.
Because he was upset. He had walked to the end of the bench. He was mad and different things. So I don't know. 68-66 after all of this. Bethel has clawed their way to a 2-point ball game. What a mess. Here is Thomas driving. I'm just glad to be back to action here. Thomas, nice job getting free of Keaston Brown. Shot no good. Whining clears out the rebound. Nice job by the Tigers defensively to get a stop. And now those left in the PAL are really going to rise up and cheer on this Tiger bunch. Carmichael gets the step, kicks. Brown going to drive, feeds one back through to Cam Carmichael. Bounces to Wallace. Now Wallace wants to drive. Shot off glass for Jace Wallace. Won't go. He is fouled. And let's hope Jace is okay. He's a little grimace down there on the bottom of that. So who'd they get right there, Benji?
34.
34. Schaubert, that's his 4th. So we'll have a timeout here as I guess Coach Britt took a timeout prior to the ball being sent in to Jace Wallace there to shoot. There was a bit of a protest, but at a timeout taken, this will be, is it a full?
I believe so.
Full timeout here as the 2 clubs are off to their bench areas. We'll step away as well. 68-66. What a ball game. You're following the Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
School is a lot different right now. Some days kids are learning at home with their parents' help, and
some days Elmo goes to school. To stay healthy, Elmo wears his mask and stays apart from his friends.
That's right. It may be challenging, but remember, when things get tough, to take a slow, deep breath. We are all in this together.
Yeah. Come on, Daddy. It's time for school at home.
Caring for each other because we are all in this together.
So
68-66 the score here. Matt Payton, Benji Kelly in the Powell Center. Jace Wallace at the line. What'd you get there?
There actually, the reason we did not shoot, there were actually 2 technicals called on Harding. One of those was a double technical against him and the assistant. So those were offset. That's why we did not shoot. Then, so you had the flagrant 1, which is 2 plus the ball, technical 2 shots, and then another technical on the Vernon. So that's why there were 6 free throws.
70-66, and that's as Wallace hits the free throw. And I think Coach told Jim there will be no handshakes. We're not going to put ourselves in that position. And here Keaston Brown going to be called for the push. And I don't blame Coach.
I don't either.
It takes one thing to be said. And we were talking this week, wasn't there, in a high school lineup or something this week? It happened. So you don't want to dangle the carrot and let anything be said or misinterpreted or anyway. I thought he said this, and it just no point. Drew Thomas at the line, 1-1. Free throw's no good, and D'Souza grabs the rebound as actually it was knocked away by John Brown, but we got a foul. Is this on John Brown? It is. He tried to come through the back of D'Souza, perhaps. And with 1:32 to play, Campbellsville a 4-point lead, and it will be Malachi D'Souza going to the free throw line.
That's smart.
Yeah, I don't blame Coach at all, because then all of a sudden it changes your entire season if something silly happens one way or the other. And
for both teams.
For both, yeah. This is nothing against Bethel. I don't know their kids, whatever. I mean, obviously there was the one issue that was what it was, but there's no point in letting this thing get out of hand or whatever. As D'Souza misses both. And athletics are emotional. Sometimes, uncharacteristically, things happen. So. No sense in it. Don't risk it. Brown, the basketball, going to drive. Lost the handle. Ball tapped by Whining right to Carmichael. Feels like this last 2 or 3 minutes on the clock has taken forever. Carmichael just kind of swatting the hand of Brown. Brown's got 4 fouls. Got to be careful here. Carmichael going to go right side, through the paint, 8 to shoot. Left side, triple to Sousa, no good. Rebound taken by Shabu, still a 4-point contest. Less than 50 seconds inside, Brown nearly took it away, and rejection by D'Souza once again. Thomas, right side 3, no good. Rebound as Wallace goes to the ground. We've got a whistle. I think this is going to be on Campbellsville.
On Wallace? Nope, on Keaston.
Keaston Brown, that's his second. The Tigers went from like 5 team fouls up to 10 after all that. I don't even know who's got what.
I don't either.
I'm just going to mark Darius's 5 fouls clean since he's out of there, and that'll make it even. And they're going to ask the Tiger bench to sit down here. 38.7, John Brown at the line. This is a 2-shot foul for John Brown. 64.5% on the season. Free throw is no good.
Big miss right there.
38.7 left. And that one, no good. Wallace the rebound for Campbellsville.
Those are 2 big misses for Bethel.
I think if you're Bethel, you got to take a timeout. Brent Vernon actually going to, if you're Bethel, you want to foul. Brent Vernon was trying to get the timeout in, but you can't really, if you're Bethel, I don't think you can play that out.
You can't, no, because you only got 7 seconds left, and it's a 2-possession game right now.
So Coach Brent Vernon gets the timeout as Bethel was in that, trying to get that trap set up on the far side, Benji. And the Tigers here creeping closer to a victory, but still feel like we got a long way to go. We'll step away and take a quick timeout. 70-66, you're following, well, wait, do we have a full or no? Because Bethel's still standing up. We'll just keep it here through all the excitement. We'll stay here. 70-66 the score. Tigers led in scoring by Malachi D'Souza here today. Darius Harding has 14. Jace Wallace 12 and 6 for the Tigers. Says Bethel's already back out on the court, but I think this was a full stoppage.
Yeah,
so
that may be all that they have. I tell you, this is a game to remember right here.
Well, it ended up, we talked about in the first half that not quite that same feel that we had during the free Darterman.
Right.
It was tightly
Totally
contested, energetic, and then all of a sudden this thing, wow.
Those last 3 minutes of the game has been crazy. That's after the second buzzer. He's got to come back. Yeah. Or after the first buzzer.
Late
substitute. No, he wasn't.
Keaston Brown in the backcourt catches. Bethel may be trying to set up a trap. At some point, though, they're going to have to make a decision, and they're going to say Whining turned it over. I thought he was hit. Here, Shabu leaves it for Walker, and Whining going to be hit for the foul there, and this will send Walker to the line. So the door stays cracked for Bethel off the turnover. Sam looking down at his arm. And the problem is now, as officials, you just put yourself in you just can't win this thing.
No,
you can't do a really good job at this stage just because of all the and not even saying it's their fault.
It's not, but they did a really good job of stepping in and keeping this thing from escalating another, because it could have got bad. Especially when you got an assistant coach.
That's what, when it
coming after one of our players.
Like I'm saying, emotions run high, and it's an athletic competition, but you gotta. And if after the initial wave, it's to kind of keep going is what really bothers you a bit, I guess. Or Montgomery going to check back in. 2 free throws good here for Bethel. And give credit to Bethel through all this, everything that's happened. They've kind of stayed right here. And now Brown going to be fouled by Montgomery, I believe. This will be the 4th on Montgomery, and Keaston Brown will go to the free throw line. So Keaston to the stripe. Really needs 2 here. But 1 is paramount. He gets the first, makes this second one a little easier.
You got to get that first one to get that second one. So this big free throw here, making a 2-possession game with 16.2 to go.
Second free throw good for Keaston Brown. Steps up there and cans both. I think it's the hairdo. Walker shovels it back. Thomas got Whining in the air briefly. Goes left side there. 1 dribble left. Missed the shot. Here, this ball will go out of play, and it will be Campbellsville basketball. Keaston Brown and Montgomery down there fighting for it, and they say last touch by Montgomery, who kind of fell out of play.
Get it and hold it. It's on jump.
So this will lead to Jace Wallace pitching it in play, looking. He'll go long. Oh, baby. That's picked off by Thomas. 3 seconds, left side. This is Drew Thomas. Now takes a 3, and that is no good. And Campbellsville will send its bunch off to the locker room. Tigers winning 72-68, the final score. Campbellsville victorious here at the Powell Athletic Center tonight as they knock off Bethel. And so hopefully cooler heads prevail there as the Tigers get the win. And again, athletic competition, things get emotional, all that stuff, but the last thing you want is to have a situation, so to speak, and I'm glad that it played out like it did, and everybody retires off to their locker room.
And the officials stepped in and kept it from escalating, so you're exactly right, because these kids are competitors, and you get that close with no officials there, there's no telling what could happen. As we alluded to, we saw in a high school game earlier this week. And everything. Really, really good effort here by the Tigers to come away with a victory, making it 2-2. So
72-68 the final score. We will keep it right here as we visit with Brent Vernon in just a moment. What was that? Soccer up?
Soccer's up 3-1 with 3 minutes to play, so it looks like we're going to have another national champion.
Cool. Good for soccer. Good for Coach Preston and his bunch. We'll take a quick look at some of the numbers here, Benji, as we got the final game stats. Tigers finished 42% from the field. They were 22 of 52, 5 of 22 from deep, 22.7%, and 65.7 at the free throw line. Campbellsville, well, let's go Bethel here, team first. 33.8% for the Wildcats tonight, 24 of 71. They took 19 more shots than the Tigers. Of course, Campbellsville's going to end up taking 15 more free throws. 5 of 18 from long range for Bethel, 27.8%, 75% at the stripe for the Wildcats. Individual scoring, Campbellsville led. Malachi D'Souza with a new career high, 15 points for the Tigers, 6 rebounds, 5 blocks. All of those numbers career best for Malachi as well in 27 minutes of play here this evening. 14 from Darius Harding, who kind of got tied up. Rough situation there for Darius. 14 points, however, finishes with 3 boards in the ball game tonight. 12 each for Jarius Key and Jace Wallace. Wallace with 6 boards. Key had 5 in today's ball game. 9 for Cam Carmichael here today. Cam had 4 assists. That matches Keyston Brown's 4 assists. He also had, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 points for Keyston. 4 for Sam Whining to go with 7 boards. He was pressed into action a bit today, a little more maybe with Ross Ryan being down. Tigers get 2 from Peyton Broughton, who clearly just did not feel 100%. 2.7 rebounds for Broughton here in this one. 16 for Drew Thomas. That's a game high for Thomas. He had 5 rebounds. 12 off the bench for Arafat Shabu in the ball game. 11 for John Brown, 11 rebounds for Brown. He was really good today. 11 for Jared Walker, 4 boards for Walker in today's contest. 5 for Tyler Neely. Cameron Rose had 4 in that rounds out. Actually, Jamarius Mayberry had 9 for Bethel as well. Rebounding, Campbellsville a 41-38 advantage on the glass. 8 on the offensive end, 9 offensive rebounds for Bethel. 13 assists, 14 turnovers, 5 steals for Campbellsville. 10 assists, 11 turnovers, 8 steals for Bethel. Whew, what a ball game. It kind of got a little dicey there at the end, but the big number is Campbellsville gets a win.
It's a win. At the end of the day, we're 2-2 in the conference, 1-3, and that was a scrappy game, a physical game, much different than the other game the other night, which was up-tempo, but Campbellsville found a way to win, and, kudos to Coach Vernon and his staff of battling this thing out. So, pretty hard-fought effort, and really proud of our guys. I'll step away here and allow Coach Vernon to come in.
Taking a look at the enhanced scoring numbers here for Campbellsville and Bethel tonight. Points in the paint. Bethel finishes with a 34-28 advantage off turnovers. Bethel a 13-12 edge. Second chance points 9-5 in favor of Bethel, and then bench points 23 apiece, so 23 points each way. But Bethel actually leading by small margins in all of the enhanced scoring categories there outside of the bench points, which was tied up. Taking a look here, score was tied 8 times. The lead changed hands in the ballgame 7 times here this evening. Campbellsville's largest lead was 9 points. That came on the Keyston Brown buzzer beater at the end of the first half. And then for Bethel, a 3-point lead early in the ball game was their largest lead of the game there, as the head coach, Brent Vernon, makes his way over. I'll let him throw on the headset here, and we'll visit with him briefly about this one. Coach Vernon and the Tigers win it 72-68. That thing got a little dicey down the stretch, but the big thing here is, Coach, you guys weathered that storm, you stayed the course, and you pick up another big conference win.
Yeah, we did. And we knew coming in it was going to be difficult, a little shorthanded tonight with Ross, being out. Had some guys, myself included, not feeling great, but we battled really well. Crazy ending. A lot of disappointment, I guess, on both sides, but we had talked to the officials for about 3 minutes about certain things that were going on that needed to be watched, so we could try to make sure that this didn't end up getting where it got to. And unfortunately, it wasn't taken into control. So that's something that we've got to be better in handling our emotions, and we'll do that.
You guys, in the first half, get that buzzer beater from Keyston Brown. You go into the locker room up 9, and after all the energy expended and everything else, it's been quite a stretch for you guys. What was the message there at halftime to try to pull this thing out?
Whatever we have to do, just find a way. It was we didn't have much energy a lot in the game. We tried to get some maybe the last 10 minutes, but when we went to the locker room and I talked to him at halftime, you should have seen. I mean, we are gassed. Mm-hmm. We're gassed, and we're fighting some stuff right now. So it was one of those, the message goes to whatever we have to do to find a way, you know, and as you saw the last 10 minutes, we didn't even go back to pee. I mean, just, you know, he didn't feel good enough, and we get it. I mean, it's just one of those things, and to get through this one, protecting home court in 2 wins is really good. We don't play for 12 more days, so now we can concentrate on finals next week, getting our legs back under us and preparing for the last 2 of the semester.
You know, we don't do a game ball type of thing or anything, but this weekend, Malachi DeSouza was every bit what you needed him to be, what you brought him here to be today. His presence defensively, he still finished with 15 points, which is a career high, 5 blocks. He did a really good job down low again without Ross and different things, but man, Malachi was really, really good.
Malachi was fantastic, and he had a good 2 games. You know, defensively, he changed everything of the game by getting some block shots, help side. You know, again, he can be a instrumental part of what we're doing. He just has to continue to make strides. And I agree, Malachi was the MVP of the weekend. He wasn't the MVP of the day, and it's nothing of what he did. Sam Whining was the MVP of the day.
Yeah.
You've got a 6'3" guy in there battling 6'8", 6'8", and what he did today in 25 minutes, you know, we talk about persevering and fighting through and guys you want in your program, and just go look at Sam Whining every day. And that's the guy that I need having my back. And I'm so happy for him because of what he did today.
Sam was really good, and he's never a guy that's going to stuff the stat sheet, but he makes those game-winning plays when he's out there. You never worry about him. Solid and steady as Sam Whining. Terrific performance. Coach, we won't keep you too long here. You've got a few days off. Get some rest. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
Tigers get the win here today as they knock off Bethel. Final score 72-68. That will wrap up our broadcast. We've been through the numbers. We will bid you farewell as we'll come back your way on Tuesday, a busy, emotional day here at the Powell Center with the naming of Donna Wise Court. We'll be back with Lady Tiger basketball on Tuesday as they will take on Lindsey Wilson, 6 p.m. the start time here in the Powell Center for that one. Again, we say congratulations and thank you to Donna Wise for her contributions, and having the floor dedicated today was really cool, and I was thrilled to be a part of it. We say special thank you to Campbellsville University President Dr. Keith Spears, Vice President for Athletics Rusty Hollinsworth, Director of Athletics Jim Hardy, WLCU TV FM General Manager Jeannie Clark. Special thank you to all of those individuals, the television crew on hand today, sports information as well, Benji Kelly on color commentary, Tori Cox producing our broadcast back in the AutoSmart studio. Thank you to her as well. Tigers wrap it up today, a doubleheader sweep of Bethel University here in the Powell Center. You've been following Tiger basketball on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.